Hey there, today I want to talk to you about my 3 favorite microgreens. So in today's video I want to talk to you about my 3 favorite microgreens, why I grow them, and why you should consider growing them. Now I've tried a lot of different microgreens, and these are the 3 that are sort of my staples that I sort of rotate between for my family's boxes, and they've just been really predictable and consistent in my system here. So yeah, let's get into it, and I'll talk about these 3 in particular. So with these 3 crops, I want to get into why I grow them and sort of seeding densities and stuff like that. We'll do another video about pricing and things like that. That's a little bit more complicated. So let's start off with pea shoots. They're probably my favorite one to grow just because they're super predictable. They're very consistent and they reach a wide audience. They're great in my family boxes, my greens boxes, and also to chefs because they're kind of fancy and they can be used in a variety of places. This one that I grow, this guy is called green pea, and I like it because it's got a lot of the tendrily bits and it looks a little fancier. I've also grown speckled pea, and that's a cool one as well. It's a little bit taller and doesn't have as much of the tendrily parts to it, and you know that one does grow a lot quicker as well. So with pea shoots, I'm seeding these right now at 9 ounces per tray, and I have to soak them overnight, and then you can seed them out the next morning. And I'm getting yields about 1 pound or so per flat, which is great. And yeah, great crop to start with. I'd say if you were to pick one to start, this would be great. Requires no washing, you just cut it and package it. They're just very reliable, very, very easy to grow. Next up is sunflower shoots. These are awesome. My personal favorite in terms of taste and flavor. They do grow really well and you can expect some good yields. And I could get somewhere between 1.5, I've even seen up to 2 pounds per flat, which is just awesome. They're great. They're kind of I'd say a gateway microgreen for people who've never had microgreens, because even kids like them. They're sweet, a little nutty. They got a good crunch to them. They're awesome in salads and wraps and stuff like that. So they're a great one to grow. And if you want to give someone a microgreen never had one before and say, hey, taste this, they're probably going to like it. Yeah, they're an awesome little crop. And you know, this is about where you want to harvest them. All right, let's talk about the negatives of sunflower. You do have to get the hulls off, and that's kind of a pain sometimes. And you can see they're on here, and you know, it's something that you have to manage. This is the one microgreen that I do wash, and the main reason is to get the hulls off of, so I put it through my washing setup. If you haven't seen that video, I'll post a link up there. You can check out my whole washing setup. But I wash it the same way I'd wash all my greens. With these guys, I'm seeding right now 4.5 ounces per flat, and I do soak those overnight as well. Again, pretty straightforward crop, get good yields. All right, the third crop I recommend growing is broccoli, and this is the variety is called Waltham 29. And I've been seeding these at 15 to 17 grams per flat. Lately I've been doing 15 and really haven't seen much of a difference in yield. Now the big difference with broccoli, you know, it is a brassica, so it grows a little bit differently. It's a much smaller sized microgreen. It's a little bit more delicate, but great flavor, really bright brassica flavors. And you know, for all the brassicas out there, I think this is my favorite in terms of flavor. It grows really well. You don't have to soak the seed, so there's a little bit less planning involved. The yield is significantly less, so keep that in mind. This is probably, I'm getting just under 1/2 pound per flat or so. I'd like to figure out how to get that up a little bit, but I've been happy with it so far. It's great. A lot of people recommend growing radish as one of your first ones. I found that with my families, they didn't really like it so much. Radish is not a flavor that everybody likes, so you know, I think radish can be a great one for restaurants and things like that. But you know, the broccoli is great. I haven't seen someone that is like, oh, I don't like that. So it's great to have a couple different microgreens to grow in your arsenal. That way you can have a variety for people, especially chefs. And if you're, you know, doing something like my greens boxes or a CSA, it's nice to be able to rotate them. In the wintertime, when I have less field crops, I'll probably put in more than one microgreen. But right now I've been putting in one microgreen per week, and I just sort of rotate between these 3, and they're all pretty great. But overall, it's been a really solid crop, and I've really enjoyed growing broccoli. It's been a go-to mine for a little while now. And if you're looking for a resource in how to grow these microgreens, please check out my video. It's really in-depth. It's all about microgreens from seed to harvest. Well, there you have it. Those are my top 3 microgreens that I've been growing lately that I really love, and I think everyone should give a try if you haven't, or if you just want to get started into microgreens. Keep in mind, you know, you can grow them pretty quickly and easily and scale them up. I've noticed with all these guys, the other thing I like growing these three is they're all kind of the same timing. I start them on Monday and harvest them the following Thursday, so that's like a 10-day growing period. Now you can sort of crank it up a little bit by increasing the temperature or increasing the number of hours of light. I'm growing these under lights for 16 hours a day on a timer, and I'm keeping them in my garage, and it's pretty temperature controlled, somewhere in the sort of low 70s, and I noticed that they grow a lot faster if it gets warmer. So, you know, keep that in mind. What I like how they're all on the same time schedule. You know, radish and speckled pea that I was growing before, they grow a lot faster, so those are like a 7 or 8 day crop. So with the sunflower and the pea, I will soak these Sunday night and plant them out Monday morning. Where do I get my seeds? I've been getting my seeds from True Leaf Market and also from Mums. I've found that I've been getting great results from the green pea and broccoli from True Leaf, and the sunflower I've been getting from Mums just because they have it so much cheaper than anywhere else I can find it. Even though they're in Canada and it takes a couple weeks for shipping, you just plan ahead, and I've gotten a much better deal on it, because, you know, the sunflower seeds are really expensive, so you'll see that. But I'll put links in the description down below for these 3 seeds so you can check those out. I'm not affiliated with those companies at all, but I figured I'd share them with you. These are 3 that I found to be pretty just easy to grow and ones you should probably start with. Anyways, guys, hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching. Please like the video, share with your friends, subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one. So with these guys, I'll just get into, with these 3 crops, I want to get into, hey there, I want to talk to you about, hey there, I just want to talk to you.